What up, everybody? It's your boy G_Money Raiders, aka Galen, coming to you again today with another edition of my take of our Oakland Raiders, who won today 21-14 against the Denver Broncos. Again, we needed to win, and we did get the win. You guys know how I am. I talk about the offense, the defense, and special teams and coaching. So you know how I go over everything and give you my take of what I think about the game and the things that the Raiders need to improve on and the things they need to, they didn't do during the game. So first off, I want to come off and say I want to thank everybody who watched my last video with the Raiders versus Patriots. You gave me my first 1,000 viewed video, so I want to thank everybody who watched my video, and I want to thank everybody who commented on my video. So I really appreciate everybody for that, and I want to give a big thank you to all the YouTubers, Raider Nations, and even the Patriots fans who came in and did that. So once again, thank you, and I'm on to the video of the Raiders and the Broncos. So here we are. We are now 5-6, one game below 500. So offensively, I want to say I like what we did in the beginning of the game. Stuck with Marshawn, did with Marshawn, ran with Marshawn. Even though I still feel like we could have got the tight end more into the game. I'm starting to see some things that kind of concern me today on offense. But considering everything that took place with the whole Michael Crabtree and Aqib Talib getting into it and getting ejected, Gabe Jackson getting ejected, we found a way to win. It seems as if anytime one of our teammates get ejected out of a game, we find a way to win the game, Although I do feel like the game should have been blown out more than what it should have been. Offensively, we left plays out on the field once again. I don't know what's going on offensively. I seen some mistakes out there big time, especially with our blocking tight end Lee Smith today, and with even though Cordell Patterson had a pretty good game today, but I seen a play out there in which if he would have blocked for Washington could have been gone for a long play if Cordell had got the block correctly. Lee Smith missed a couple of blocks that would have one block definitely that would have got Marshawn, would have got the 4th and 1 play, but he tried to block Von Miller and he didn't do what he was supposed to do and let Von Miller get in. So Derek Carr looked okay. I mean, he had a good yardage game-wise. But I still feel like, he's still getting that confidence back, it seems as if, in his receivers. But I do want to say this. I hate to see what happened with Cooper today because Derek led him on that play to get knocked like that, instead of throwing that ball in a way where it could have been, Cooper could have at least caught it in the body. He made Cooper stretch out to get the ball. And I understand Cooper dropped his head and got knocked out for the concussion and everything. I'm going to put that one on Carr. Not so much on Cooper. I'm going to put that on Carr because Carr should have not led him that far out for him to stretch out and, get the ball like that. But Derek Carr needs to, to me and my take looking at Derek, he wasn't doing too bad, but it was like he's overthrowing the ball. You guys seen what I seen. He's really overthrowing the ball. And it's like, I don't know if it was because of the weather or nerves or whatever. I don't know. It seemed to me like he kind of settled down a little bit. But some of the play calling, I didn't like some of the play calling that took place on 4th downs and 3rd downs. Like, I mean, not 4th down, but 3rd downs I didn't like. I just don't understand how this Todd Downing character keeps making calls and not putting the team in position into which I feel on this one particular 3rd and 1 play where to me, Derek could have kept the ball instead of handing it off to Marshawn, even though in the end, fucking Carr throws the ball to Cordell Patterson. He runs for that big long play in the end. Still, I felt like, had he faked it to giving it to Marshawn, he had a big hole off to the right When y'all go back and look at that game, you'll see what I'm talking about. Um, I'm going to go back and watch the game a little bit more. You know, I just wanted to give you another one of my videos of how everything took. So offensively, we did okay considering we lost Crabtree, we lost Cooper, we lost Gabe Jackson. So with considering, like I said, like I said, the one thing I did want to mention was I like the fact that Derek did get to play without Crabtree and without Cooper, and it forced the Raiders to run the ball more. So with that being said, you know, it forced them to have to, you know, play without his main receiver so that he can get confidence in his other receivers. That's the way I look at it. You know, if you're going to get confidence in everybody, you have better play out of my God receiver Seth Roberts today. Y'all know I don't like Seth, but you got better play out of Seth today. You got better play out of Johnny Holton today. You got better play out of Cordell Patterson today. So with that being said, you know, he got some playing time with those guys to get a little more acclimated with those guys, because you know a lot of times those guys aren't getting none of the reps during the week of practice. So with that being said, offense scored 21 points, did enough to, you know, keep them at bay. Defensively, I just think defensively they look great defensively because it was Paxton Lynch back there. I mean, they were coming after him left and right. John Picano was putting it on him, and but then in the end, when Paxton got knocked out of the game, Simeon comes in and makes the defense look like the normal defense as they were, even with John Pagano now calling on plays. You have Carl Joseph have an interception right in his hands and goes right through his hands. You have, what's his number, 50? That's what I'm going to call him, because I'm not going to call him by his name. Losing play of the receiver down the middle of the field, blown coverage, even though I still feel like Reggie Nelson should have been back there a little bit further. But that was 50's guy back there in the backfield that should have had number 14 in the middle, because you're the linebacker. You cover the middle of the field. That's your portion of the field you take care of. And I feel like they let Irving, they let Bruce, you know, they got the sacks in today, so I was very happy about that. I still feel like they left some sacks out on the field because it really wasn't the push. To me, Irving and Bruce, especially Irving, on a couple of plays where they were coming up too far up and not like making like a rainbow around to where they can dip inside to keep Simeon from, you know, getting outside like the way they were. They were leaving too many gaps open. So if you leaving gaps open, it's got to be a stunt or something. Somebody stunting inside of there to at least close the hole. But it was just too much being left out there in my book. But defensively, they did much better. They got the sacks. They finally got an interception after 11 games. We finally got our first interception by who else? Navarro Bowman. So I was kind of pleased with that, but in the end, you know, our defense still let them come back and get 14 points. You know, that wasn't, to me, necessary. TJ Carey got burnt on one, and Carl Joseph and number 50 got burnt on the other. So other than that, you know, we won the game. Defensively, John Pagano called the game that he called. They looked decent. They looked more spirited. They looked more, you know, faster out there in the beginning of the game. But like I said, once Simeon came out, we went back to our pedestrian style of defense. So I'm going to give them that. Special teams, Marquette King, I can't say no more for him. Marquette King being Marquette King. You know why he's leading the league in averages and in punts. You know, he gets them up there, get them in that and between the 10 and 5, and, you know, pin their ears back. So I was happy about that. I'm a little mad at Trevecchio for missing the 35-yard field goal. You know, that could have not made the game look so close. You know, I mean, if you want to be the one to take over Sebastian Janikowski's job, Not saying that you, not saying you can't take his job, but what I'm saying to you is, hey, you gotta be, you gotta make your field goals, so that you gotta put the pressure on the team to make the team have to let him go before they, so they can keep you. So, but coaching wise, they did better for today. I mean, they kept themselves alive for the playoffs, kept themselves alive for the division. We're one game behind KC now. So we just got to go out next week, beat the Giants, and, go from there and see what happens from there. Hopefully San Diego lose, which I doubt because they're playing Cleveland. So, hey, like I said, I'm very, very happy as a fan that we got this victory in and we got things together today. We looked a lot better today than what we did last week when we got our ass kicked by the Patriots. So I just want to say, I'm proud of my team today. Proud that they, did a lot of things on defense, got away with some things on offense, got away with the fight, between Crabtree and Talib and Gabe Jackson knocking over a referee, and their, players is stomping on Gabe and everything. And I don't understand how that, a player who can knock over a referee, but yet you get people stomping on somebody and jumping on somebody, and then they don't get ejected for jumping and kicking on somebody. I mean, I don't get it. I'm not calling us conspiracy. I'm just saying I don't get it. Because when you look back at that film and you're going to see how some Denver Bronco players on the sideline were stomping on Gabe Jackson. And when you go back and look at when Gabe knocked over the ref and Gabe fell down on the ground, you go see him kicking on Gabe Jackson. So I just wanted to, come this time, get my video a little earlier than normal. Let you guys know. I want to thank you once again for, giving me my first 1,000 viewed video. I appreciate you, YouTubers. I appreciate you, Raider Nation, for everything that you've done, and the Patriot fans who came in, liked, and watched my video and commented as well. So you know how I always say it to y'all. Give me them thumbs up, like, comment, hit the subscribe button so you can come and see me more. Because each week I'm going to give you my take on the Oakland Raiders. Win, lose, or draw, don't matter. All right, YouTubers. All right, Raider Nation. This is your boy, G_Money Raiders, a.k.a. Galen, coming at you with my take of our Oakland Raiders winning today, beating the Denver Broncos 21-14.